Hey, thanks for joining us for another edition of Weekend Winners, proudly brought to you by 1Equine. For the equine athlete, we're back at Albion Park Saturday night, 9-race program. And what a race we've got to start the card on Saturday night. This is going to be an absolute ripper, and I won't be shocked. I'll make the call now. I won't be shocked if we see another sub-50 mile at Albion Park. Always Smoking, drawn in gate 3. The unbeaten Queensland horse was a heat seeker. He lines up on his outside in gate number 4. So this is going to be a great race. It's over the mile. Hopefully the weather conditions prevail and it'll be fine and fast. If they do have those sort of conditions, they can easily go sub-50. That is going to be a terrific race. The first race on Saturday night, Always Smoking, up against Was a Heat Seeker. But all in all, it's a good program. Really good trot race, a really good 2-year-old race, a really good 3-year-old race. The Mares Open is there. It doesn't feature Chinchilla, so it's going to be highly competitive. All in all, it's a terrific card coming through on Saturday night. Joining us on this edition of Weekend Winners to hopefully find us a little bit of help and steer us into a few winners, Doug Hewitt and Layne Dwyer.
Busy night for Doug Hewitt on Saturday night at Albion Park. He's in the hot seat with us now. Doug, appreciate the time.
No worries, Chris. Thanks for having me on.
We start with My Mate Pog in this first race. This promises to be a really good clash here. Always Smoking, huge effort last week in that free-for-all. Was a heat seeker, a horse you know really well, absolutely flying unbeaten. And you're drawn outside that pair. You better pack your skates for this first race with My Mate Pog.
Yeah, for sure. Was a heat seeker is probably the most informed horse in Queensland at the minute. Just running unreal miles week in, week out. I was lucky enough to sit behind him for a couple of those, and he is a very nice horse. But My Mate Pog is just one of those horses that gives his best every week, and he's got blistering early speed, so we've just got to work out whether we want to use that and get caught in that battle, because if we don't cross, we're in a bit of trouble. But if we do cross it, it'd be a nice place to be.
Okay, well that's interesting because this race looks like they will deliver fast time. As you know, with Was a Heat Seeker, he just puts the head down and runs flat out and runs really fast time. Always Smoking finally comes up with a decent draw, so they'll be keen to sort of maintain that early advantage on Was a Heat Seeker. So that's a big decision you've got to make there with My Mate Pog.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, he's a horse that he's been in great form. He's had a week freshen up this last week, and his work's been super. So we'll weigh that up on the night, and yeah, it's going to be a good race, that first one.
Yeah, I think they'll run time for sure and certain. Were you happy with My Mate Pog out of that race last week?
No, it was definitely the right move. We sort of weighed it up. He's been racing good while I was away, and we just thought we'd give him a bit of a freshen up and go again when I come back to a band 4 to band 2 with a random barrier.
All right, my apologies. That was 2 weeks ago with My Mate Pog, and he was impressive when he won 2 starts ago. So he's going well enough. The draw's just really sticky.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, a couple of weeks ago when he won, he done what he had to out in front. Jacko drove him a treat. He is that horse that can make the most of those better draws, but this one's going to be tough. So we'll weigh it up and see how it all unfolds.
Okay, race 2. This is a tough draw outside of the second row. Never easy. Good old Boys and Beer. Right now, as it stands, are you happy with the way he's going?
He's probably actually dropped off a little bit to where he was about a month ago. He's one of those horses, everything sort of, if he's on, he's really on. We've changed a bit of gear. We've gone back to the blocks from the open bridle just to switch him back on. I know it's over the long trip and he's drawn bad, but we'll just let him settle. And it's another thing where I've just got to weigh up whether we poke on around to the breeze where he was last week, and he battled on gamely there, coming a nice 4th. But yeah, he's one of those horses. If they go a bit fast early, he'll definitely put himself into it late.
If he was at his best, he could easily win this race and overcome this draw.
Definitely. His work's increased. Everything about him, he's back up on his toes. As I said, the change of gear with the blocks going back on, I think that's only going to help him. He's a big horse that if he's up on his toes, he'll put his best foot forward.
Just looking at this race on paper as well, your big sister Gemma, she probably holds the key to the race. Both of her horses look to be really strong chances, Promising and Haranya.
Yeah, definitely. Haranya's a horse that's come up from down south. It's a quality horse. It's drawn back there with us, but yeah, Promising's been going good as well lately. So yeah, over these races with 12 horses in those fields, it's always hard, but we'll see how it all unfolds on the night, Chris.
Okay. Race 3. This is the Mares Open. I'm keen to get your thoughts on Jungle Baby. She was a real eye-catcher last week, the way she attacked the line running 3rd. She's got that OD tag against her name, so she's got gate 7 at a mile. It's not going to be easy, but that was a really good run last week.
Yeah, definitely. She's another one that's just had a bit of a freshen up. She was racing pretty solidly, and she was absolutely smashing the clock when she was racing. So she went off a little bit towards the end of that last little thing, so we gave her a good 10 days freshen up. She's had a nice easy way back up. She's jogged for a couple of weeks while I was away. A couple good canners at home. Big Barsby was running the show and said that she was feeling super. So it was always going to be hard going into a mile from the wide barrier in the 20 grand mares quali, but band 5. But the way she savaged the line last Saturday night, I think she's back to where she needs to be, and she's ready to go again this week.
Okay, so do you drive her similar to what you did last week? Just go back and then let her hit the line?
Well, her racing mannerisms at the moment, she's not the best off the arm, so we just let her balance herself up, settle. It's always the same thing. If they're hanging off the top and she can roll around, well, so be it. But the way she hit the line last night from a dead drive, I think I might be doing the same again this week.
Okay. Summer Carnival features just around the corner. The big race for the mares is the Forever Gold. Is that a likely target race for her?
It is. It is at the moment. So that's why we thought that freshen up was at the best time. We'll get her up, give her a few runs, make sure she's where we think she should be, and then start aiming towards that.
All right. Race number 5, this is the mare's quali. Delightful Star. Again, it's another tough draw outside of the second row at a mile. Is she challenging this mare, Doug, Delightful Star?
Yeah, she's got a lot of quirks. She's come to us from Bathurst, and she was in red-hot form down there. She won about 4 in a row. Thought these mare races would suit her, and it actually took me a little bit to get this mare, and I think now that we've got her on the same page, she's her work's same as all of them. It's starting to increase, and I think she's going to be a horse that should be able to win a mare's quali and go on to even maybe be pretty competitive in the mare's band 5s and those sort of races. So if I can get this mare where I think she should be, I think she's going to be a quality mare down the track.
Is this too tough a task though, given the draw and race setup likely on Saturday night?
Not really, Chris. I really think that this mare's on the up and on the improve. So I'm actually really looking forward to seeing how she competes in this race Saturday night. But same thing, just let them settle, and we'll put her into it when we have to.
Okay, how much early tempo do you want in this race on Saturday night?
Yeah, well, the more the better for the back markers, as always. But she's also a mare that can do a little bit of work. So Liv Frisbee had her down in Bathurst, and a lot of the time she was driving from behind. But the more I tend to feel her at home and stuff, her miles at home have been pretty ridiculous. So looking forward to her Saturday night and seeing if she can compete in this Saturday night grade.
All right, good push there for Delightful Star. What about Mac Assassin? I'm tipping he's a bit of a stable favourite. He's going really well. He just had no luck from that draw last week. He lands gate 2 here on Saturday night. How do you think he measures up here?
Yeah, well, talking about the most informed horse in Queensland and was a heat seeker, in my opinion, he sat on Waz's back 2 weeks ago, and they broke the clock going 150.1, and he kept with him the whole way. He's gone 150.5 himself, which is pretty crazy times for around Albion. And Big Brycey was driving that night and said he felt super, and I think he's in red hot form. I brought him up from down south, and I always had a fair opinion of him, and he had a couple injuries along the way, but he's back to where I think he should be, and he's just forever improving, and I'm really enjoying where he's at in his career.
Do you make a play for the lead here from gate 2?
Yeah, well, he's got unreal gate speed. I think his last win was in the up to 70 heat from in front going 151 himself. So I know Glover to the inside is a quality horse himself, but whether he wants to trail or wants to post me, there's going to be a bit of early speed for sure.
Yeah, so he's not going to be far away either scenario.
No, exactly. But the way Mac Assassin's going and the form he's in and the times he's running, I'd be silly not to have a play for the top, and we'll just take it from there.
For sure. And your last runner on Saturday night, I thought he was excellent last week, Montgomery Burns. So this is the 3-year-old Open. Really good signs there last week, really attacked the line strongly. Certainly doesn't look any stronger, so do you rate him?
Yeah, definitely. He's a horse that's improved in just the couple of starts he's had. Nate drove him a couple of weeks from me, Nate Dawson, and he said that he feels like a horse and needs to have things go his own way. And then Saturday night in the wet, he was back behind the whole field. as I went to pull out, he ended up having to go an extra cart and a half with a bit of trouble in front of me, and he actually really hit the line well, and I was real happy with him. And I sort of went back and said to Bryce, who's been working miles away, and I was like, I think this horse is just one of those types that when he's on, like Big Scotty, he's really on, and the way he hit the line, I think we can start driving him a bit more positive. And Blake Jones had him in Riverina, and he was flying down there, won 4 or 5 on the trot, and yeah, I'm hoping that he starts getting back to that form and being very competitive in these open 3-year-olds.
Does he feel like he's got gate speed?
He does. He does. He does feel like, but it also, as I've said, he's one of those horses that has to have it his own way. So if I gassed him, who knows how he'd finish off. So at the moment, the way he hit the line the other night, whether we just balance him up and see if there's a spot there to get across, or we just go back and drive him one run again. It's just one of those things I'll weigh up on the night, and hopefully he brings that form again from last week.
All right, so with a little bit of luck, you could easily be in the winner's circle with a couple of winners here.
Yeah, you can only hope so. As this game always goes, you need luck, and yeah, all of those horses, well, we've got a fair few bad draws really, so they're going to need their fair share of luck, but all horses that are right on the night, I think they'll all be pretty competitive for sure.
Okay, which one's your best chance then?
I love me little man Mac Assassin. If he does find the top, I'd hope that he'd be probably a good chance. Jungle Baby, if they any tempo early, I think she's a really good chance. But given all of them have their bit of luck, I'm hoping they're in at least being competitive on the night.
All right, well, we'll mark race 6, number 2, Mac Assassin. Doug, as always, really appreciate the time. We'll see you trackside.
No worries. Thanks, Chris.
Layne Dwyer now joins us to go through his drives on Saturday night, and he's in the hot seat. Layne, appreciate the time.
No worries, thanks for having me, Chris.
We start with race 2 on Saturday night, Rockhammer. Now, he comes into this race as a last start winner, but he's facing a step up, and he's got to overcome a second row draw. Is he a confidence horse? Will he take good confidence with that last start win?
Yeah, I'm hoping so. He's going really well at the moment. He's a bit of a pain. He's, he hasn't quite worked it out yet. I know he's had plenty of starts, but he's got more ability than what he shows. And we're only just starting to see that turn up to the track. But I don't know, the draw, I don't think that really suits him. I think he sort of likes to be up there, feeling confident on the pace.
So what do you do then from that draw? Like he's drawn 3 off the second row here on Saturday night. What do? Do you try and get him into the race early, or do you just sort of drive for luck?
Well, I suppose it all depends how the race is run. If they're walking and there's a window for me to go up and have a look for the chair, then that might be an option. But if not, we'll just see how he goes with the sit, and hopefully, he runs home well.
As you said, he is a horse with really good ability. His form is really strong at the moment. Prior to that last start victory, he was really brave in a few of those runs. So, 2,138 metres. He's versatile. I don't think the distance is any sort of worry, is it?
No, I don't think so. He's pretty tough. He's just got beat going 52 in the chair, and yeah, I definitely don't think that'll be a problem for him. Okay.
Most are probably leaning towards Haranya as the horse to beat here. Given that he's drawn off the second row with you, right alongside you, is that a good thing for you? Maybe you might be able to go in front of him, or at worst, catch his cover.
Yeah, I don't think it's a bad thing, but yeah, like you said, if I can catch his cover and the pace is strong early, I definitely wouldn't be surprised if he takes a bit of beating, but it just depends which horse shows up on the day.
Okay. How far can he go, Rockhammer? Now that he's at the Saturday night level, how far do you think he can go?
Well, if you were to work him at home, you'd say it would be open company, but he's a progress horse, and he's getting better and better every time, so who knows how far he'll go.
So he works like a monster, does he?
Yeah, he works a house down at home, so he just doesn't quite take it to the track yet, but he's getting better.
Has the work this week been good?
Yeah, no, he's good as gold. No problems, fingers crossed. So.
All right. Well, that's Rockhammer in race 2. What about in race 3? Now, this is an interesting race. The mare's open. There's no chinchilla. So it opens up many, many doors here. How do you assess her chances, Diamond Shoes?
Yeah, like you said, that's a big bonus for Chinchilla not to be in the race, but I still think it's quite an even race. Looking at it then, it's just going to be whoever has the right luck is going to win the race. I can't say there's no standouts in the race. It's just whoever has the right run we'll probably win.
Okay, are you hoping for a fast first quarter? That brings you right into it if they go really hard early?
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully there's a bit of speed up front, and as we know, she's got a good sprint on her, so hopefully she can just do the same when she won last start.
Yeah. It's a good point you raised. There's no real standout. When you take out Chinchilla, you can make cases for most here, but I think your mare's been really good. Have you been happy with the way she's been chasing Chinchilla?
Yeah, I've been really happy with her. Like, Chinchilla's just another level, and all the rest of the mares are on their own, but no, I've been wrapped with her. Her times have probably been the best she's ever gone, but obviously she doesn't look like she's going that good chasing her, but no, she's actually been going really well.
All right, so with a little bit of luck, she can easily take this.
Yeah, for sure. She's not out of it.
Okay. Another mare that I want to talk to you about on Saturday night is Elegant Grooves. First up for the stable last week, she was able to score. She rated good time. Were you pleased with what she delivered first up?
Yeah, I was. Like, 4 wide, 3 wide to the chair, and just to keep on going, that means she's a pretty good horse there, but she's just a big work in progress. My heart was in my throat bloody half the race when she's half galloping. But no, she's definitely a quality mare, and I actually give her a pretty good hope.
Okay, so just talk us through that little sort of steps that she put in there. What's that all about? Is that something new for you guys? What's that all about?
No, she's always done it. She's only had 5 starts or something, so maybe she just doesn't know what to do yet. I don't know, but she's it's hard to say what she even actually does. Like, it's something in behind. She just gets all funny and uncomfortable and nearly rolls out of a gear the whole time. So if you can get that out of her, she could be anything.
Okay, so here we are talking about a mare that's only had the 5 starts, 3 wins, and she's straight up to a Saturday night standard. The ability is obvious. It's difficult given that she's got that NR rating of 59. There's not too much wiggle room, is there?
No, there's not. It's pretty hard. She's only young and just started, but luckily she does have some ability, because it does make it hard for them.
Too right. So she moves in one spot. First up she had gate 7. Second up she's got gate 6. So we're going forward again? Yeah,
I think so. The key to driving her is just keeping her in her own rhythm. Don't worry about the race. Just drive her before the race and just keep her as comfortable as you can, and just keep on pressing.
Okay. How far can she go, Layne?
I don't know yet. Not sure. I made the mistake of last week, giving her a tap with the whip, and she got a bit uncomfortable. But if I just sat on that, she would have felt like she could just keep on going in the race. But if she sorts her pace and stuff out, she could be anything. Like, her work at home, she paces quite well at home. Like, it's just unreal. Like, best horse I've sat behind, I reckon.
Okay. She's bred to be anything too when you look at her pedigree.
Yeah, that's right. She's bred, really well. So.
Okay. Well, 3 drives for you on Saturday night. 3 good drives as well.
Yeah. No, can't complain.
All right.
Yeah.
Which one do you like most?
Definitely Elegant Grooves.
Okay, we'll mark her. Race 5, number 6, Elegant Grooves. As always, Layne, really appreciate the time. We'll see you trackside.
Thanks, Chris. Thanks for having me.
A big thanks to both Doug and Layne. Hopefully they've got some success headed their way this weekend. Time now to find a good thing for the card on Saturday night. Like I said, 9 races. We kick off local time at 6:07. The best bet, you've got to be a little patient. Race 8 on the program, number 3, Rocks or Diamonds. He comes up with a nice draw here over the mile. He's got early speed if they want to use it, but he can easily come off the speed and prove very competitive here. His last start run was really good. I think he's banging on the door, and they may have found the right race. Race 8, number 3, Rocks or Diamonds. We're going to mark him as the best bet. If you are gambling this weekend, please do so responsibly. We'll see you at the track on Saturday night. Make sure you're watching that first race. Let's look at the timer, see if they can go sub 50. Always Smoking was a heat seeker, and let's see who comes out on top. That will be a good race. We'll see you at Albion Park this Saturday night.